We're here with Darren Rogers. Darren, I don't even know your official title anymore. You're like you're the main man.
Churchill Downs spokesperson.
You're the main man.
We're going to change it. We're going to just call you the man. Are you okay with that?
I'll take that business card.
Sure. All right. Darren Rogers, the man. And that's the truth this week.
He has a key to get us in the door, okay? That's all you need to know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about horses. Let's start with Forte. Leading in the points, coming in, Todd Pletcher horse, won the Florida Derby. But do you like this horse? He really came from the back of the pack and really had to push hard down the stretch to win that race.
You know, typically I like horses that have forward position. They get speed. They put themselves into the race. But quite simply, Forte, I think, is the fastest kid on the playground.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're going to hear people all week long talk about this race being wide open. It's all over the place. You know, I think Forte is the fastest kid on the playground. He's a 4-time Grade 1 winner. The last time we had a horse at Grade 1s, by the way, are the highest caliber race in America. Obviously, the Derby's a Grade 1 race. But he's won 4 of these, beaten the best competition easily. He was a champion 2-year-old. The last time we had a 4-time Grade 1 winner in the Derby, it was Nyquist in 2016, and we saw what he did. He's won 6 of 7 starts. I think the Florida Derby, he was near the back of the pack. I don't think he was set for his best race. And it reminded me of American Pharoah's victory in the Derby in 2015. I don't think Pharoah was at his best the day he won that 2015 Derby. I don't think he liked the racetrack. He was urged. He was in a dogfight.
Yeah.
And then we saw what he did moving forward in the Preakness and the Belmont. He really stepped forward. So I'm expecting Forte to actually move forward off of that seemingly impossible come from behind win in the Florida Derby.
Has he always been placed that far back in other races, or is that unusual?
So he's usually mid-pack to further back, and that's my one concern is that, you know, I do think you're going to get a fast pace in the Derby because you always do. On paper, it doesn't look that fast, but somebody's going to move with $3 million on the line. But he's going to have to work out a trip and weave his way through traffic. I just think he's multiple lengths faster than the rest of this group. And so I'm going to use that to my handicapping advantage, where I will single him, for example, and pick 4s and pick 5s rather than going 8 or 10 deep like many people do in the Derby.
Right. Hey, tell me about the West Coast horse, Practical Move, trained by Tim Yakteen. Traditionally, we think of Tim Yakteen as taking over horses from Bob Baffert.
Yeah, he's had this horse all along, and, you know, Tim's a very good horseman. He came up under Charlie Whittingham. He was an assistant for Bob Baffert for years. He's been training on his own. This horse he's had all along, and he won the Los Al Futurity last December, came back and won the San Felipe and the Santa Anita Derby. You know, to me, he's clearly the second choice, but he won't be. I think Tapit Trice will probably end up being the second betting favorite. You might even see Dermis Odagate, the Japanese horse, take some money. Practical Move is a serious contender for the Derby. Very nice horse. I think he's a clear second behind Forte. I mean, to me, it's an ice-cold exacta in the Derby in a 20-horse field, and I never thought I'd have that strong of an opinion, but I think the rest of the horses are just kind of very similar and below those top 2.
All right, I'm going to write that down. Darren, thank you for your expertise, and we will see you again later this week.
Hey, keep in mind, I may be the man here at Churchill, but I'm not retiring off my picks anytime soon. So,
all right.
But there is a disclaimer.
For the record, you have won me money. Basically.
I have.
You have.
I've won myself money.
Yes, sir.
I've also finished on the plastic cup at times, too. You know, not the glass one.
We don't talk about that. That's right.
Well, thank you, Darren. We appreciate your expertise.
Happy Derby, guys.
Happy Derby to you. We'll be right back.